Hey boys, welcome back to some more Cricket 19, where the return, it's back, and we are the captain of our first class cricketing team. It's good to get back to some first class action. Obviously in real life, you know, and this is one of the main reasons I wanted to get back on the game. I was missing Cricket 19 as well, but you know, the Ashes starting, it was definitely getting the juices flowing for some cricket action. And what a win. What a win. You wouldn't have believed it. Wouldn't have believed it, dude. I honestly, like, I still, you know, I mean, it's funny, like, I was going to make, like, I might start making some videos talking about the Ashes and stuff, but, looking at the teams, honestly, I was pretty happy with the team. The one player, and I've got to eat my words here. I've got to sort of take a bit of humble pie, but Peter Siddle, I was not happy that he was picked, like a lot of other people. I mean, honestly, I've never been a fan of Siddle that much. I've sort of always felt like we've had someone better who could come in for Siddle. Yeah, I've never really respected him, probably like I should have, and his record is actually like pretty good. As we come out to bat here, the 150 odd average. You know, can't complain. Bit of rain around. Could be a little bit of a tricky spell here. Jeez, you almost took a screamer there. But yeah, going back to that, I couldn't believe they picked Siddle. Hazelwood and Stark not playing. It boggled the mind a little bit. And I was actually honestly a little bit more talking about Ashes here, but I still don't really understand why Cameron Bancroft has been brought straight back into the test side. Even when Bancroft initially made his test debut, he was always sort of just a fill-in, you know? He was sort of there when, like, we had a couple of players retire, was sort of a bit short on options at opener, and Bancroft just sort of, not really from getting that many runs, but he just sort of found himself in there and never really did anything special, in my opinion. I don't know why he, even after this scan, like the bans and stuff, I don't know why he was. I can understand, obviously Smith was going to come back in, Warner was going to come back in, but I don't know why Bancroft was straight back into the test side. I don't know. I don't really know. Like Marcus Harris, I feel like out of probably all of them, I think Marcus Harris probably deserves some opportunity. I thought he was pretty good when he came in, but yeah, more on. So the Siddle thing, that was the main thing I was going to talk about. I mean, without Siddle, and it wasn't just his partnership. I mean, that was ridiculous. I was watching it. I went to bed. It was probably around like 12, bit after 12. We were like 8 for 100 and whatever it was. What was it? 8 for 100, really low, like 120, something around that. It was super low, and it was not looking good. And I didn't watch it. And then I woke up the next morning. We get like 280 odd on the board, and Stephen Smith 140, and Peter Siddle 44. Just, you know, wow. Without that partnership, I mean, we lose that test match without that partnership. We were in dire straits, and even Siddle's bowling, I was very impressed with. I thought Cummins was excellent. I thought Pattinson was okay. I know they did keep talking up Pattinson. I thought he was okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Pattinson falls out of the team at some stage, because he can get a little bit erratic, and he has, honestly, like, I do really like Pattinson, but he's definitely lost that express pace from before, like, the injuries. Like, his actions changed a lot, and he used to be, like, genuine, like, 150 Ks. Now, he still bowls quick, but I feel like he's a bit too erratic for how quick he is. For his pace, he should be a little bit more accurate. Like, I think Pat Cummins is just a better bowler, and probably Hazelwood at the same time. But you know, the options are there, and I thought he was good. And I guess a good thing about Pattinson as well is that for Victoria, is that who he's been playing for, Victoria? I think so. But in the first class cricket, he's actually been up the order. I think he's been batting like 6 or 7, and scoring some pretty decent runs. So, you know, having that sort of batting ability is obviously very good, because Stark obviously can hold the bat, but Hazelwood, you know, wouldn't rely on him too much. But yeah, what a win. So yeah, Peter Siddle, you know, what can I say? He he proved me wrong. He didn't get it, and that's I was actually I feel a little sorry. Peter Siddle in that last innings, he was bowling probably better than anybody. I mean, Lyon was probably the standout, but Siddle was bowling extremely well. He was extremely unlucky. So unlucky to not get... I don't know how that didn't bowl us, dude. I have no idea how that didn't bowl us. But he was extremely unlucky not to get any wickets. But yeah, Siddle, he turned it. He turned it for us. So, yeah, good stuff. 1-0 up. But let's, you know, enough about the Ashes. Like I said, I don't know. I might make some, like, real-life talks about the Ashes and more detailed talks. But getting back to the game here, and the you probably noticed quite a few times the ball, the little glitch bug. It's not really a glitch because I don't think it affects the gameplay. But the ball being invisible on the replays, that one before where I missed down the leg side, I don't know how it didn't bowl me. And because the ball was invisible, I couldn't see, but it looked like it was gonna bowl me, but you couldn't see the ball. So I don't know, maybe that is like a maybe it is like a bug or a glitch, because the ball, because it was invisible, it didn't actually hit the stumps. I don't know. It looked like it was going to be very, very close to hitting the wickets, but I don't know. We got lucky, that's all I can say. But it's been a very good partnership, myself and Renshaw here. We came out, it was like 2 for 70, 2 for 80. So yeah, just plodding along here. 25 off 26. Renshaw is approaching his half century, as it looks like Jai Richardson, who the funny thing, if Jai Richardson didn't get injured, he would have been in heavy calculations for the Ashes as well. Like I think Richardson is an absolute weapon. He's extremely good. I really hope he like the injury he suffered now, that's sort of it. And he's not one of these guys like Cummins, like Pattinson, who early on in their career just keep getting injuries and have to change his bowling and stuff. Like his action is so smooth, and it's such a nice action. So hopefully it sort of benefits him in the sense he won't get like back like stress fractures and the works. I actually don't. I think he injured his shoulder though, didn't he? I think that's what I'm remembering. His shoulder, which for a bowler it's not good, especially if it's his bowling arm. But it's probably not as bad as like a back fracture, like the stress fractures that a lot of fasties get, where they have to sort of change up their whole style to combat that. So yeah, hopefully he can come back, because yeah, Richardson he's extremely good, and he's proven it in the shorter format. But honestly, like I feel like in longer form cricket, that's where Richardson would really come into his own, because he is quick, he can swing it, and he can be a little erratic, but that's more in like the shorter formats. In test matches, you know, you probably drop that pace a little bit and be able to keep it more tidy. And he would just be an absolute gun. So, and he can bat. He's also pretty handy with the bat. That's what I've always loved about the Australian quicks, is that they can hang around. Like they get runs, and that's I mean, like I talked about at the start, Siddle's partnership with Smith saved us, and that's been happening for the last 10 years, you know. Pretty much ever since we lost our like almost unbeatable team, you know, the likes of McGrath, Warne, you know, Ponting, Hayden, Langer, Lee even. But, you know, when we had like just ridiculous, just an unbeatable team almost, ever since that moment when all those guys sort of retired basically around the same time, we've been struggling with the bat, and not so much with the bat, but consistently getting runs. So the tail has pulled us out of some absolute dire positions, like Mitch Johnson in the past. Still my favourite cricketer of all time, Jono. Johnson, even Ryan Harris back when he played. Stark to an extent. Stark's probably the one guy where it's been a little disappointing, because Stark has so much. He's got so much talent with the bat, but he hasn't quite gone on. Like, I feel like he sort of gets compared to Johnson a little bit with the bat, but Johnson was far and away has a better technique and actually looks like a quality batter. Stark is a little bit more loose, but I feel like at times he can lose his head a bit. He can definitely score more runs than he actually gets. But honestly, England at the same time have a pretty good tail as well. Mainly with Chris Wokes. Like, Chris Wokes is actually he could be considered a genuine all-rounder almost. I think he's very, very good with the bat. And it was actually, there were talks that he wasn't going to be selected, which is unreal. That's crazy to me. But, Chris Wokes, he's a very good cricketer. He actually reminds me a lot of Pat Cummins, honestly. I think Cummins is a better bowler than Wokes. Wokes is probably slightly better with the bat, but they're similar. They're definitely similar. But we talking a lot about real life cricket here, but we've snuck on to 45 here. Renshaw is 58 off 103, so he's maintaining that is a belting pull shot. Uppish, but it was also no ball, so we would have been even if it went straight down his throat, would have been lucky. And there is the 51 off 46. What a way to bring it up, just smacking a six over the square leg boundary. They have mixed up. Look at this over. Four wides, 6 no ball. Then he bowls another short one. It actually didn't get up at all. Did we get a little touch on that? Because it actually looked pretty close to LB. It didn't jump at all at us. It was banged in short. As we approach almost at a 100-run partnership, myself and Renshaw. Very, very handy. Moody is steaming in. He's been hit for a few runs. So, we're making life tricky as this one again. They've actually got a man. That man in close is such a pain, dude. I always miss him. Now they've moved him. They always seem to sneak him in there, and so many times I almost get run out because I hit it well straight to this man at like a short 45, and they always stop it. Absolutely belted, and this dude in close 10 meters away from the bat just plucks it from the ground and throws the stumps down. But that's the AI fielding for you. They're terrible, but at the same time they're freakish. So, it's a bob each way most times as Mitch Marsh comes into the attack. For some reason he is I've talked about it before, but Mitch Marsh for some reason is very, very quick on this game. he's constantly in the 140s. And he's extremely well rated. He's one of the highest rated players in the game, which is a little bit obscene, but what are you gonna do? As we gotta look at the run rate, dude. 4.4 and over. Renshaw, he's picking it up a little bit. Actually, no, he's sort of dropped back down. He's 50 strike rate. We're obviously batting at about 100 strike rate. So we're doing our bit. Just nothing silly either. 58 off 60. Couple of big shots, mostly pull shots, which I've always, if they're in short, I'm gonna go hard at it. I don't want to be caught on the rope. It happens, but if I'm gonna get caught, I want to be caught in the stands, dude. It needs to go, and I just love the short ball. So that's our only real aggressive shot, I would say, as Mitch Marsh continues here. And oh my god, oh, what have we done, dude? I've tried the scoop, and it's kicked off a length. I felt like the pitch was not really getting through, but Mitch Marsh comes on and gets some extra bounce. It comes like off our forearm back onto the stumps. I mean, you know, it's a terrible shot. Don't get me wrong. It's a terrible shot to play. As Renshaw almost gets a double hundred. What is this batting? Jono Wells and I think we cleaned them up in 2 innings. What on earth? Jono Wells and Darcy Short absolutely had a shocker. Mitch Marsh, as you can see again, he's the one carrying them. But 3 ducks. Marcus Stoiner's coming in at 3. But we win. I didn't even have to bowl. So we got a handy 50 odd. Could have been more. I played a stupid shot. What can be said? Hopefully, guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.